Mictlan's sun will soon reach its limits. Even with the threat of David and Ort living over them, Mictlan would still be destroyed. My apologies, I intentionally withheld the information about the sun from you. Not only because it doesn't have anything to do with the proper human mankind, also because I loathe for you to view the way of the life we dinos have with such preconception. You have nothing to apologize for, TP. Your consideration for our feelings helped it lessen our anxiety, I'm sure. In fact, it's enough to make me almost feel hopelessly outmatched by you dinos. Surely you possess extraordinary intelligence and morality. In an environment where the sun is about to explode, you might be the only type of mankind that doesn't start some kind of riot. I kinda don't like that, honestly. If you're already at the point where you know there ain't no way you're getting safe, then there should at least be some final thing you want to do. Regardless, we cannot afford to stay in Megisilian and any longer. We managed to identify what David is after, and how he plans to achieve it. For now we should return to Chichen Itza and request the aid from the Dinosaur King. We either capture David while he's still in Mexico City, or we'll set up a trap when he crosses the third underworld on his underworld pilgrimage. Either way, we will need the support of the dinos. I agree. Also, we'll be able to meet McNamara again if we return to Chichen Itza. If she had business to take care of on the first layer, then she must be back by this point. She is already... Can you hear me, Cure-Light Yuki? I know you're on the 5th layer. Respond if you're unharmed. The Mid-Zalian Survey Corps are safe and sound. We're currently traveling towards Chichen Itza. Is there an emergency? I cannot detect any hostile readings in this area, but... Not there, here. The Okula army is besieging Chichen Itza. They somehow managed to slip past the fighter dinos patrolling the Great Plains and are now attacking us directly. Battle's imminent. Return to the border at once. We won't be able to defend the ship on our own. What? What do you mean by that nonsense, you buffoons? How are you supposed to do anything other than carrying things back and forth? Why do you intend to protect the border from the outside? Wait, stop. The border will be able to hold for at least a while, at least. You're not all suited for battle. Wait for Yuki to arrive. Number 7, stop them. Aren't you supposed to be brothers? Make them see reasons. We're not you too. That's all, I'm dropping the line. We'll be able to hold out for a day. Please return before that. Master. Full speed ahead, we're going to Chichen Itza. Oh, they're massacring. It's war. It takes 30 men to bring down a single dinos, and I think we endure such casualties with this cutting edge equipment. No matter, we gain control over the entrance, forth through the Ape Squadron, subject to south of the city. 9 through the 17th squadrons stand ready to repel the fighters returning from the Great Plains. Slaughter every last dinos you see. Bring more and more hearts to the great Tezcatlipoca. It is for the sake of our son, for the sake of turning Mystical City into the eternal capital. Now those are good orders, Izakali. I only take them along because my loving father's side, but it seems that it wasn't needed. Partly your divine presence on the battlefield does increase the morale of our warriors. Their happiness, their fear, and even their suffering and death are all in dedication of the great Tezcatlipoca. We will slaughter them, even the women and children. We will slaughter all, both those who submit and those who don't. This is our final battle to exterminate the dinos. Such is the Sacred Flower War. The Shochi Yato. The Shoyao Yato. Now we're talking. Slaughtering and taking slaves. That is the Aztec way of life. Could you hear that from Tialok? Either way, full score. Your teacher is proud of you. Hello, Simon. Or did that word just pop up in your head without you understanding it? Without you knowing what kind of fate it has bestowed upon you? Great Tezcatlipoca. Don't worry about it. Just something I'm looking forward to personally. Keep fulfilling your duties. Let me take care of the lizards on the main street, would ya? I intend to devote myself to the business life into the last, but the way the Okalimi are getting ripped apart is getting me worked up. Consider payment for all that died in vain here. I'll show you what a real Jaguar warrior, a real Okalito is made of. Bunch of archers. Oh, whoa. Why are the Okalimi dying on their own? Did we awaken to some hither to unknown powers? Cry for imaginations, but you'll do just fine not awakening to anything. It's only been a few days. You nothingness allow me to carry out business, and F service does not so readily abandon its loyal customers. Please escape the city while you still can. I will hand over the Okalimi coming down the main street. Oh whoa, it's the crooked servant. We pocketed 40% of the materials we arranged for the repair of the border. You might thanks for the rescue, but wouldn't this be in conflict with the corruption you appear to usually favor? Yuki told me if the bunny does something unprofitable, she'll die. So even if she does something questionable, please look the other way. So are you gonna be okay? Oh my. His growing understanding of how I am shows no signs of stopping. Thanks to that, I'm free to abandon Chaldea whenever I wish. Of course, that includes all of you as well. You're scary, very scary. Anyway, we should leave the city, right? Yes, to whatever degree possible. I'd like if you could find whichever other dinos are still unharmed and help them escape as well. Yeah, alright. If we see any dinos who can still be saved, that'll be the best course of action. Thank you, friend of Chaldea. You take care as well. Even with their comrades shot to death before their rare eyes, they never lose their composure, and yet they still find the gratitude to express for being saved. It's quite tragic, is it not? The Okalimi would never stand a chance against the dinos if they actually fought. But the dino simply doesn't consider all this plundering as something to be upset about. Dinos no escape, kill, kill. And you people. It is a battle for survival. I'm not gonna say who's among you two sides are good, but I cannot let back to both of you. Let's just say we have no business relation this time. Leave it at that. You'll have to excuse me. Please allow me to see to your termination. I'll solo. Wow, such OP passive. Evasion? How am I supposed to attack them with evasion? What are these special features they added to my tanks? Why not to not underestimate the technology advancement of the Okalimi? Nevertheless, this is still within the expected parameters. That being number 20 platoons, in which case I can handle 40% of them all by myself. You said you're not gonna be backing both sides. What happened? Did you seriously retire from the business beast? For us bad guys, the longer and messier the war, the better. And F service are volunteers in service of mankind's desires, warmongers who provide as many weapons as are in demand. In other words, the same kind of dealer of death as I am, in that rate, to Judge Tilly. Think you'll become a good businesswoman by helping people out? Give it up. That is exactly how you lead yourself down to the path of a tragic death. Black Tezcatla Polka. Alright then. This war is between the dinos and the Okalimi. Beasts who've got nothing to do with it. Belongs on the dinner table, flayed and ready to serve. Damn. This is the first time I felt like this. My chest is painfully tight, my breath is heated, my head is spinning. No matter how many times I beat, Dokumi keeps coming. I kill and kill and kill, and yet they keep coming undeterred. I'm sick of it. I'm sick all of it. All of this pointless slaughter. I ain't dying here. I ain't wearing out. I ain't giving in. Dokumi's weapons aren't enough to hurt me. The outcome should be obvious. I'm gonna win, and they're gonna lose. No matter how many times the other dinos kill, that won't change, so there shouldn't be any reasons for me to feel this way. There shouldn't be, and yet I feel like shit. I've been afraid of Dokumi for some time now. Not because of their bravery in challenging those they can't win against, or their persistence in hunting down dinos, even if it costs them their lives. Not even because of how their weapons keep gradually becoming stronger and stronger, or how their total numbers keeps increasing. I just found it scary to go up against them. I was afraid of being hated, of not being understood. I was afraid of the thought that maybe they had something which we lacked it. Where the other fighter's gone to, I ain't gonna be able to protect anything other than myself on my own, man. I tear the hordes of Okulimi to pieces. What a disgusting sensation. I've always found the ripping of the flesh to be disgusting. Apparently I'm the only one like this. The other dinos aren't as calorie as me. Differing species cannot understand each other. The dinos are only the prime species in Mictlan. The far distant past, this is apparently what the Mala decided. The voices of Mala can no longer be heard. We don't even know if the priests can hear them anymore. We were the strongest, the smartest, and the longest lived. That is how we kept on going. Nobody ever felt unhappy. But like, wasn't that just because we didn't know what unhappiness itself was? Damn it, I'm losing focus. Hurry. Right, I was on my way to a shrine. Dinos close to death. Boys take shelter over there. Non-fire dinos don't know what battle is. They have no interest in it whatsoever. Which means they won't fight back if they are assaulted by an Okulito. Even if their body still reflects it, they strike back with their claws when attacked. The outcome is a dead Okulito. That the battle is over. However, dinos close to death are different. Their decrepit bodies don't react in the same way. They'll be incessantly attacked, slowly turn into mints before dying. All the while with but one thought in their heads, why? And I can't let that happen. No way, no freaking way I could, right? I run felling Okulimi in my path, as I do. The shrine is surrounded by the Okulimi. It must be too late for the people inside. I know that. I do. I know that's what I'm doing is pointless. Yet my legs won't stop, even if I'm too late. This is something I can't just turn a blind eye to. And then I... Begone insurgents. You'll never have the honor of being granted suffrage by me. And then I see someone who was furious for what had happened to us, even though she was a different being altogether. Thank you. My darlings are still pups. They've not yet opened their eyes. They've not yet known the world. It's only thanks to you that they won't have to breathe their last while seeing only darkness and knowing only pain. I see, good for you. It is not like I was trying to save you or anything, though no need to thank me. Besides, I still hate lizards. I just couldn't stand these people who were trying to slaughter innocent civilians. Nothing more than a whim. It won't happen again. I command you to escape into trees instead of staying here. I'd be annoyed to see the color of your screams any more than I already have. So I got a lot of questions here, but who even cares anymore? What is really on my mind might go without saying, but My hopefully future wife is so cool. There it is, Chichen Itza. The castle wall is being bombarded. I can't see any of the Okilimi around the city. They must have all entered the city already. Enemy reading within Chichen Itza detected. Numbers of Okilimi at 12,000, no decreasing. 1080. If they're decreasing, that means the dinos at least aren't taking it without hitting back. We have to protect the border and see to it. That's the ruler of the dinos. The dinosaur king is safe. What should we do, Yuki? We'll split up. Affirmative, me and Nidicris will head for the border. You, Mash, and Kukulin should head for the altar. Which I'll take care of them. If the situation calls for it, don't hesitate to deploy the Black Barrel, even if it happens to be in the middle of the city. You're good to use it against the enemy if you judge it won't cause any civilian casualties. So use it if we're against some super dangerous guys. Got it. I'm rushing into the city. Master, prepare for battle. The Okilimi deployed on Main Street have been neutralized. Let's keep heading towards the altar, Master. Haha, seems like I wasn't even needed. You're really on fire today, Mash. Probably means it best if Kukulkan went to the border, Get down, Mash. Kaya. Huh, so you came to this way. Gonna prioritize saving the lives over your ship. So that is the kind of man you are. Alright, I'll be taking what you find more important then. People who claim it for life ought to offer up their own. That is how it works in my world. Tezcatla Polka. Enemy server attack, direct hit on port side. Shield output decreased by another 5%. It won't last another half hour like this. And just when we able to repair the border so well. Enough whining. We'll reduce our electricity consumption by concentrating the shields at the estimated points of the attack. Alright, we can do that, though if our estimations are off, the hull will tear off in a single hit. If they're off, you and every other marine would just have to go repair it. I take it you understood, Sand. Yes, if we're off, we'll have to go to our depths. Is that what you're saying? Roger. We'll do the calculations like our lives are depending on it. Excellent. Professors are the preparation for the anti-divine spirit war hit proceeding. Yep, just a bit more. Me and Shion are currently in the process of manufacturing it as fast as we can. We are producing Quetzalcoatl authority using Karia's zinc wrap and coating it onto the torpedo. In Aztec myth, Tialog was once killed by Quetzalcoatl. Therefore, no matter how sturdy she may be, it will definitely pierce her spiritual core. Understood. Then it is up to us to create an opening to use it. Shion, concentrate fully on fishing up. Kadok, I need that servant to be lured towards the starboard Bolvar ship. Corner Prairie is where your anti-beast magecraft excels. I need your advice. So you want to slam her with a torpedo? The trajectory is about here, got it. Please open the hangar hatch without making any noise. I'll go outside and provoke Tialog. You'll do what? You do know that Divine Spirit is out there causing havoc with a demanded lightning whip. If we turn to ashes the instant you're outside, can you just provoke her with a speaker from inside here? If only that worked, sure. Our opponent is still a god. You really think she listened to what a human's got to say? I've got a bunch of anti-lightning charms on me. At least I'll be fine even if I get hit once or twice. So we need a servant capable of at least holding out in battle against Tialog regardless. I'm fully aware that it's basically an impossible ask, but Nemo, can you do it? Of course, as long as we're in the vicinity of the storm border, I won't have as many difficulties as when I was in Bexel City. Hordov, you command the torpedo fire. Engineer, you man trigger. If you miss, there'll be a hell to pay, got it? Got it. Yes sir, Captain. Sortie time, Kadok. Let's make sure that Dino's bravery was not for naught. We had to hold out until Da Vinci and letters. Wait, Marine, open communications. It's a transmission from Da Vinci. Sorry for taking so long, but the beautiful genius Da Vinci and fair nekoxx have not arrived. I currently have eyes on the border and Tialog from a cover. Is there a plan on your end? If not, I have some ideas. Well? No need. We've already established a plan for taking out Tialog. However, to do so, we need more servants. Techno-advisor nekoxx. In 1 minute, Nemo and Kadok will sortie from our end. In order to ensure their safety when that happens, I need you to both attack Tialog. Then Nemo and Techno-advisor, nekoxx and acting master Kadok. You'll force Tialog into effective weapon range. The safety of borders and me hinges on this battle. Feisty, aren't they? There's something being deployed on top of the hull. No chance in hell they're using material designed to last, though this is why I can't stand modern technology. Stop right there, Tialog. I demand you lower your vulgar whip. It's blasphemous. Wait, did you just say vulgar? My whip is vulgar? How exactly? Or tell me you don't comprehend the beauty of its elaborate design, its fluid motions, and its alluring snake-like flexibility. Really? And you are a queen. Talk about not having an eye for art. What did you say? She can't exactly claim that she only said that to draw T-Log's attention now, can she? Okay, so what? Did you come here because you wanted to get killed? We've been in this situation before, haven't we? You fought to protect the iron ship, nearly dying in the process. Is this thing even that important? Looks like nothing more than a piece of junk to me. What were those massive tomes from your country? The pyramids, weren't they? Those are far more to my liking. In that case, at least I'll give Egyptian civilization a high grade. You know, respect, though the Mayans also had something similar. I had an inkling before, but it's like expected. You think highly of proper human history, don't you? And yet you post Kadia. In spite of being a proper human history heroic spirits, tasked with the defense of the human order. The defense of the human order? Are you implying that it's natural for heroic spirits to do that? I am. Before I arrived here, I witnessed a terrible bloodbath. The carnivores are far too many. Innocent dinos, slaughtered without ever fighting back. They don't even know about war. They won't fight. If the objections that you Okalimi have lies in Chichen Itza, the dinos would surely hand it over without conflict. You must notice, and yet you allowed such a massacre to ensure, dragging the good name of all proper human history, your spirits through the mud in the process. T-Log, you're different from Tezcatlipoca. You are not a god who desires blood of your own free will. There's no point to this battle if you've been commanded as such by Tezcatlipoca. We can punch him together. There shouldn't be a reason for you to fight to protect this Lostbelt. No, to protect Mictlan. It's not too late to join us, in. Appalling, isn't it? You, the woman who drowned her treacherous vessels to death, is talking all big about this human order nonsense. Well, that is. I was curious, so I asked the character about you. You gave up on your country. After your brothers were killed, you disregarded the law, rejected the priests, administrating the state, and murdered them. Finally, unable to bear such sin, you took your own life, like the spineless cowards you are. Anyway, if you're wondering where I'm going with this, basically. The two of us are the same, rather, the human order or whatever. We rather indulge in our own interests. That city continues to thrive, even as a fantasy, located in the lands of those Lostbelt. The Okalimi are immensely barbaric, simple-minded, and immature. But as long as they live in my city, they are my people. To shed blood for the sake of one's people is only proper for a god, don't you think? That is why I kill, and why I destroy you together with your ugly ship for trying to erase this Lostbelt. I was told not to destroy it in case he be needing it, but this thing is just a waste of material, and eyesore destined for the dump. The impartiality of my brother Tezcatlipoca is something I just find really, really lame. Nicely done, Nitocris. T-Log has completely shifted her focus toward us. We don't have to defeat her, just hold out until the border's preparations are complete. To shed blood for the sake of one's people. NPC only.
敵発見だ。総員、持ち場につけ。よいしょ。トラロック。黄金律にも 大逆に天空よ。ああ、とても楽しかった。酸素補充だ。ちょっと待って。よし、いい中だね。よし、いい中だね。ミトクリスの鏡を見たいの気が合いますね。聞こえてる。屍の鏡、暗黒の鍵、扉となる恐怖の心、暗空ネブタジュゼル。私は守らなければ出ません。いいよ。支えてください。エスコルピオン。ここです。最後の大逆に見えてる、分かってる。発進。目標発見。直上期間生命保護。卵焼き OK。よし、急速浮上。グレートラブ。ローチラップ。守らなければいいよ。吹き飛べ。発進。こっち滅びの夜。開けよ。反乱する。願わく。トラロック。分かって見えてる。はい、ほい、それ。通り。海はきれいね。マリーンズ出撃。こっち。エスコルピオン。反乱する。再現のいいよ。発進準備僕の本気を見せると。早く見えてる。トリトンエンジンスタート。照準よろし。生産完了。ほらぶん回すね。設備ロック。グリーンはいいかしら。許可する。行くぞ。グレードラム。ノージャンプ。守らなければ。そう、君たちはあらゆる困難を乗り越える。私はその勝者を今示そう。ビューティフルジャーニー。さあ、行けるとこまで行ってみよう。いいよ。反乱する。そこです。滅びの夜よ。開けよ。トラロック。このアングルバッチリ。ふむせーの。頭上中。せーの。いくよ。なぎ払い。反乱する。これ。再現のベルトを締めて。私の宝具見たいのかい。最終確認。テンポ。大体いいです。大体いける。大体バッチリ。ノーコメントです。いや、もう仕方ない。グレートラム。ローチアップ。守らなければ。そう、君たちはあらゆる困難を乗り越える。私はその勝者を今示そう。ビューティフルジャーニー。さあ、行けるとこまで行ってみよう。海はきれいね。
Oh, look what a surprise! Just what is wrong with you people, huh? Nothing changed from last time. Given how much you melted off, I've been expecting you to show off some kind of mind-blowing new weapon or something. Sure, consider those expectations. Matt, I don't know about mind-blowing, but piercing? Now that is what we can guarantee. She's in range, Commander. Okay, we're done loading on our end as well. Hit it, Minier. Boil her up. What the heck is boiling gonna do? I think you meant roast her, Commander. We can open over there? Direct hit. It blew her all the way to the sea of the trees. Control room. Confirm any servants. Condition. Her spiritual core still remains. How great is the damage to her syngraph? A Spiritron torpedo is suitable, even in McNamara space. It's even been custom made for anti-divine spirit applications, and it's a direct hit at that. Even if some of the parts of her spiritual core remains, I'm fairly certain she's no longer in fine conditions. If all goes smoothly, we'll be able to capture her. Stupid Captain Da Vinci. Jinxers. Target is still unharmed. I repeat, target is still unharmed. She's gone up, and is coming back. There's something off with her syngraph reading said. What is going on? There are several overlapping syngraphs. Now that one did actually hurt. Still, for a weapon named after electric ray, it didn't taste like I expected. It's not fishy at all. Not only is she unharmed, but her magical energy output is increasing even more. Damn, even an anti-divine spirit war hit was ineffective. What kind of invulnerability is this? And how crazy must have Kukulkan's tech been to knock her out in a single strike? No, that's not it. She's not a divine spirit at all. But as long as they live in my city, they are my people. To shed blood for the sake of one's people is only proper for God, don't you think? You're wrong. Gods do not cause bloodshed for the sake of men. She is not a divine spirit. She is something else. Something which is, in some cases, even exceeds them. If we don't do something, the border will be destroyed. As we are right now, we don't have enough time to oppose her. But here's still an option. Try Marius 2. Choose 4 serpents. Each of us in some way are affiliated with the underworld. Each of us to make the underworlds in this Mictlan into reality. That choice is one I may take as well to become a watcher of the underworld, using the ritual as taught by Quick. A most wicked act, but if I turn into an altar, I might be able to change the situation. Da Vinci, Nemo, Kadok, evacuate into the border. I will deal with her. If that means I have to bring an end to my role here, then so be. I know this most blasphemous of all voices. Damn it! Why are you going after me? God, stop! Let me go, you filthy thing! Sullying my roads with that muddy body of your— What? Tail reading has been lost. Apparently, she's not just been chopped into pieces, but made into mincemeat. Seriously, it killed a T-Lock, or did it let her escape? Whatever it is, this monster only seems even worse than she was. What even is this thing? What it is should be plainly evident. What is the meaning of this, Kamazotz? Was saving us another one of your usual mean-spirited pranks? Really? You really think I was trying to save you? You who are not stupid should not be spotting stupidities. It confuses me. Why would I, ruler of the underworld, ever have to save you people? No choice then. Speculations abounds. Imaginations abounds. Use your head. I obviously have some other motive. Go on, I'm sure you can come up with countless reasons for why I did something so unspeakable. I'm sure I could, but you mean to say you were aiming to save us? You didn't just see a good opportunity to attack T-Lock or something like that? Wrong, dead wrong. How imprudent do you even consider it? I simply dropped something off to where it belongs. That woman was trying to unveil her true form. Had that occurred, all of you would have surely become sacrificed for her to decorate her altars with. A total outcome, especially when there's finally some human blood, and even some pure spirit's blood here. Don't you think you and Kamazotz have built up quite the rapport up until now? Our friendship goes back enough already, so why waste it? Special guests surely don't come often. Indeed, you're going to die anyway, so dedicated those deaths to me. That's my reasons. Quite clever if I say so myself. I love it. Given your plan, I might as well hop on. The time for an underworld pilgrimage will soon begin, paving the path towards the 8th layer. Come then to the first step of Mictlan, to the bottom of the way for forge of cosmic tree. I swear by my name, Kamazotz, the 8th layer will welcome you all. Tezcatlipoca, is that the person we met in Mexico City? But his appearance, his graph, is different, but that is Tezcatlipoca. Oh, now that you mention it, in the creation of myth of Aztecs, there's said to have 4 seats for Tezcatlipoca to occupy, one for each cardinal direction. Red, blue, black, and white, 4 gods in total. The first one was the red Tezcatlipoca, the maid's god of death and rebirth. However, black Tezcatlipoca, the second to be born, was a god representing the night, battle, and a previous sun. That's the one we know, the one who demands sacrifice, Tezcatlipoca, the god of darkness. Which means that Tezcatlipoca in front of us is... Yep, right on the money. I'm a bit capricious guy, so each time I get an itch, I'll change both my principle and my attributes. That said, never to go to goddamn way. That is Quetzalcoatl. I'll kill that bitch myself. It's a real pain that people talk about us like we're the same being. Yeah, about that Quetzalcoatl, I mean Cuckoo-kun, she just went and disappeared all of a sudden. Why is that? Did she run away? She seems so pumped up about beating the snot out of this guy too. It's true, she's really not here. Of course she'd take off. This battle is between two different Mictlan tribes. She's not gonna get involved. The battle in Mexico City, on the other hand, was between two outsiders, all of you and me. That's why she intervened. In the underworld, she wanted to keep you outsiders safe, and so also helped you out again. See, it's a matter of pride for Mictlan, or rather Mala, if your guests happen to get hurt. That's how she is. Way more cold-blooded, cruel, and inhuman than oh little me. Think about it, has the sun ever aided someone in war in proper human history? Has it ever taken side of one nation over the other? Of course not. The same goes for here in Mictlan. She's a system meant for nothing more than seeing the fate of Mictlans to the end, one which will only bestow its blessing upon those who remain afterward. Me, I ain't got no enemies at all. I am the god of all, who strives to survive a trial. That woman, on the other hand, she's ultimately end up as proper human history's enemy, your enemy. You know that much at least, right? It's a measure between a human and something else altogether. But isn't that a bit too trusting of me? I'm the god of this Lostbelt, and you're the human in proper human history. Is it more likely I'm just pretending to get along with you, like I'm doing now, so that I can kill you? That is... Well, whatever. You humans are free to believe in whichever god you want. We gods actually find that one of the more interesting parts. However, with the cover no longer on you, I've lost all the interest in letting you all leave alive. The trial's over, Magus. You encountered the black Tezcatlipoca on the battlefield. This, you died. The magical energy in the enemy Divine Spirit's right leg is increasing. Master, summon up the strongest force you can muster. Avenge. And it's assemble Avengers. Oh, you know, thanks for subscribing.
おごるな、騙すな。見えすいている。
Wait, I didn't order this. Did he change my position? What a bastard. I was like, what the fuck?
いざ源氏死にそうらえ。おもちろん。サラソージュの花見、すなわちこの世の摂理を知るがいい。諸行無常、超絶無重力落下。
いいな、とてもいい。チェカト。
番組ヘドが出る。
まっすぐに容赦なく。神なれば。いい風です。特大。もらいました。いきます。
Damn, you're vulnerable.
いいな、とてもいい。
That's very annoying.
「オンの一文字受けちゃサラソージュの花見、すなわちこの世の摂理を知るがいい。諸行無常、超絶ホムラ、ここで。
A カタル A カタル、弱り A カタル、ティトラカワ、滅亡の時だ。となる、テテオのトル。
別に悔しくはないけど。
大窮地振り切りました。あるし。
Invulnerable is so annoying.
そうか。前に出ます。
チェカト。熱くなりすぎだ。
示弾装填します。照準捉えました。
力は貯めておく。
That's really OP.
示弾前に出ます。はい。照準捉えました。バーニャ突撃します。確実に。
改めて自己紹介だ。俺は黒く赤く青白く今なお生きるシスそのもの。テスカトリポか。
いたたたオーディンめごめんなさい。
さあさあさあ
That's very cheap and OP.
パラダセット。内圧衝撃弾装填します。樹海の息感じますか。前に出ます。示弾装填します。神明凍結展開。これは多くの道、多くの願いを受けた幻想の城。こうせよモールドキャメロット。バーニア突撃します。確実に。
テスカトリおごるな騙す。見えすいている。
隠すなよ。そう
カーメン熱くなりすぎだ。
目障り欲しい。あそう楽しい。
改めて自己紹介だ。俺は黒く赤く青く白く今なお生きるシスそのもの。テスカトリポか。
オルテナウス。
力は貯めておく。
How can I do damage to him? What does he even do damage to?
海よ海よ我が愛しき北欧の海、我が海よここに
Yeah, it won't even do damage.
我が愛しき命たち、我が麗しきあまたの水よ。さあ今こそゲートオブエーギル
気合をいとる。チェックアップチェックアップ。さあさあさあ
得意分野です。樹海よ野心を照らせ。同じ視点は得られずとも共に生きる同胞なれば我恐怖の火をも倒さん。八つ咲きです。そしてパーク風水私
シペテテ
命です。
力は貯めておく。
今度なれば死なず。そうか。応殺開始。サラソージュの花のすなわちこの世の摂理を知るがいい。諸行無常超過失
Guess only our MP does damage. Very annoying fight.
パラドックセット。はい、示弾装填します。もらいました。ミニミニスーパーセル。
テスカトシェカト力は貯めておく。風が出てきたな。山の心臓、煙るかが天と地を所有する者、第一の太陽、ここに死すり。
別に悔しくはない。
ごめんなさい。耐久値振り切りました。
いいな、とてもいい。
お任せを死なず看護しなればお任せ儚きは罪この世はなべて散りあくた我が王貴様を捕らえたと我が無情調査必須ホムラン
That fight is so annoying. Lucky you, Yuki. I just so happened to be out on a little mid-air stroll and happened to spot you all, that is all. Uga Ogomari. You again! First Mexico City, and now this. You make no sense. Oh, wasn't there something about a rematch? I can't remember how you did it, but you're the one who managed to kill me once, aren't you? So showering you with some plasma whenever I spot you seems justified to me. Believes retaliating after someone kills you in a natural right. Seriously, that is all there to it. It's not like I've got some other reasons or anything. Director Ogomari. Thought something was up, but I guess I might as well ask. Do you understand that you're Chaldeia's enemy? There's nothing in for it for you to save the humans. I mean, come on. You're the one who bleached the proper human history. Why are you sending a hint to the survivors of the people you wiped out? How does the framework of your mind even work? Even I'm a little disgusted. Shut up! Stop with the false accusations. Besides having amnesia, all I remember about myself is my name and my purpose. Untrue. You should have remembered everything once you saw my face back in Mexico City. Not just your true name and power, but where you stand as well, and that Chaldeians are your most tenacious enemies. That is not improbable, but it might just be all some kind of mistake. For real, if you're claiming to be God, don't you go lying to yourselves about who you are. Shit, I don't think I ever felt this pissed off. I can't keep this fucking warrior mask on any longer. And you assholes too, you knew about this woman's true colors and you kept your mouth shut. For how long do you intend to use her? Spreading all those petty lies, or do you think it was an act of kindness? Did you two know about it? That I'm the alien god you knew from the start. If you hide the truth from an enemy who lost their memories, you could probably build up a mutual trust between you two. But only for as long as it takes. Before the facade comes crumbling down, and the bigger the house of the cards, the more painful the collapse will be. If you've chosen to not build anything at all, there'd be nothing to watch crumble. Same goes for civilizations. The more they prosper, the harder it is to deal with the aftermath. This is a siren. I can hear it coming from the altar. It seems the course of the sun has shifted, meaning Izakali killed the king. The Shokuka Yoto is at an end. Not only Ort's awakening remains. It's down to you and 8-bit. I'll enjoy finding out which one of you arrives here first. He is gone. Tezcatlipoca's reading in addition to Ultra Ogamaru's readings are lost. Senpai, have we perhaps done something very regrettable? Damn, that was fast. You killed your way up here. Pretty surprising. How'd you break through the defensive line? Over on the Great Plains, you use poison gas on the fighters or what? True, given that the dinos struck off physical impacts with their biowebs, it'd be more effective to strike at their respiratory systems. Gas is effective at killing dinos. It's even known for a fact that no dinos can traverse the toxic gas with the air. However, do you think I would resort to such a weaponry? Souling the sea of trees, meaning souling my warrior's honor as well. Such dishonorable behavior is emblematic of you, proper human historians. The Okunimi will attain victory and bow straight up, with the iron and lead in hand. Yeah, sure. I think those guns screw up the forest plenty, but alright. Plus, aren't you also using the palm? Keep the forest fires to a minimum, would ya? No chatter and answer. Where's the king of the Chichen Itza? Take me to where the dinosaur king is. If you do that, I can spare your life. Ha ha ha! Oh, of course, I mean, what I expect. What else would you think? I mean, you'd be crazy to take me for anything but some kid from proper human history. Obviously, you never get it in the first glance. But damn, the guy sure doesn't put much trust in you, Izakali. Or maybe he thought you understand without him telling you. I would be unable to judge people for who they are, since Black Tezcatlipoca gave you too much credit. What's so funny, and just who are you saying is unable to judge people for who they are? Come on dude, it's me. Me, I'm the dinosaur king. Might as well teach you my name too. I'm Tezcatlipoca, Blue Tezcatlipoca. The one who created you from maize. The flesh of God, and the same God as the Tezcatlipoca on your side. What? Tezcatlipoca. Hey, why are you groveling? Ready your guns. We're in the enemy's territory. Pathetic, even though Kalimi is quicker on the uptake than ya. See, that is why he doesn't place his trust in you, kid. That is what he gets for designing you with high intellect. Your nose ability to sniff things out has gone to shit, Jaguar Warriors. Or maybe I should call you by your other name. The name you're born with. One that only you and TezukaLaPoka know. Impossible. Impossible. So you're telling me you really are TezukaLaPoka? No, but even that is impossible. What madness would cause TezukaLaPoka, our god, to take the side of the dinos? You out of your mind? You're the only one who didn't study hard enough. What are you flipping out at me for? A god of war revered by so many tribes and so many warriors wouldn't just take a single side, dumbass. We will grant chance to both the Okalimi and the dinos, both to proper human history and the Lostbelt. And on that premise, everyone can kill each other equally. That's the kind of god TezukaLaPoka is. For God's sakes, you stuck so close to Black and you didn't even realize something so simple. Even among the lot of us, he's, you know, the dizzling shits, I guess. If war what is we were doing, I will grant weapons to all with impartiality, be they parent or child, bride or groom. He say such a thing, and get with great pride too. I mean, can you even get much more heartless than that? Anyway, that's the kind of god who's specifically chosen you. A 1 year TezukaLaPoka, was it? In the Aztec civilization, a proper human history, the people and the king would make offerings to TezukaLaPoka by picking out a boy for him to incarnate into. You know the whole thing about handing down the word of God to some youth blessed with strength, wisdom and beauty to make him into TezukaLaPoka's vessel. Over the year, they are forced to mature into the strongest and most beautiful person there is. At the same time, they are offered food and pleasures than what is offered to Etchers or even the king himself. If the vessel can manage this in their single year, they'll be acknowledged as TezukaLaPoka made manifest. Correct. And the Flower War to slay the king of dinos is the final step in this process. Once that deed has been accomplished, I will become equally to mighty TezukaLaPoka. Which is why he accompanied me in battle and provided me with assistance. And Tilak, what did she say? Did she bless you too? Here we got some words of God for you, but only this once. I'm not even gonna ask you which god it is you gotta believe in. And I'm also not gonna ask you to change your opinion. All I'm gonna tell you what should be obvious. Believe in the gods words you believe in. At least if your two gods are splitting two different things anyway. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up! I was ordered by my god to kill the dinosaur king. A god is absolute, I cannot disobey, but at the same time I cannot kill a god. That should never be allowed. And yet, that is what he ordered me to do. It's all in conflict. Call it a test, not one of his trial. Either he's seeing whether or not you can become his vessel. Can you kill the world, kill a god? If it means achieving your purpose, right now, that is the only thing which matters. I won't resist, do whatever you want, allow you to kill even me, TezukaLaPoka. Come on, hurry, don't waste time. The longer you battle, the closer Chaldeas get. Show me what the 1 year TezukaLaPoka is made of. Sure, then I shall ask, whose sides are you on, TezukaLaPoka? Which side? You mean between the dinos and the Okalimi? No, I'm asking if you're a proper human history god or a Lostbelt god. If you're a proper human history god, you're the enemy and you die. And if you're a Lostbelt god, you're an ally and you live. This is what matters. With that, I may kill even another TezukaLaPoka just like he has ordered me. It must be allowed then. Now give me your answer, blue TezukaLaPoka. Even as obvious as the answer that may be. Considering that you're allying yourself with Chaldea, you must be a proper human history god. You insane? Fuck out of here. I'm a Lostbelt god. I'm the TezukaLaPoka on the Lostbelt side. You really think I give a shit about what era those dumbasses from proper humans came from? Face reality, Izakali. The proper humanist god is the one on your side. If he weren't, no way he'd be bringing in all these guns. If he weren't, no way he'd build that fucking Mexico City. Get this through your head, Black Tazakala Polka never had the slightest intention of protecting this Lostbelt. That's really a nice sprite. I want to screenshot this image. This is a really nice scene. This will do. This will just do fine. The dinosaur king has been eliminated. Want to collect the solar inercy, blow the siren of victory and tell them the other words to withdraw. Remember, don't tell anyone about what. Never mind. No need to tell you to keep quiet. You can't follow a human conversation anyway. Seven Lost Base Survey, Day 00. The Okulimi assaulted the Chichen Itza came to an end on the same day it started. As soon as the siren had sounded, the Okulimi began to withdraw back to Mexico City. What we found on Elter was a blood-stained throne and traces of solar inercy. With its Caesar, the sun stoppage point moved it from Chichen Itza to Mexico City. Even now, after 20 hours have passed, the sun light still does not reach Chichen Itza, and so night continues. The battle was an Okulimi victory, but from a casualty perspective, it was a fire one at best. The amount of soldiers required to kill a single Dinos was more than 30. 20 platoons where each one contains 100 soldiers. In total, about 2,000 of the finest Okulimi. By the time they withdrew, this number had dwindled down to all of 16. In addition, when we began to bury the Okulimi corpse, their race became apparent. 8 medium-sized primates were just as similar to those of humans. Though born in Mictlan, they never came under Mal's protection. They are the newest and also the weakest species here. Their circumstance behind their birth, combined with the paltry capabilities, meant that the dinos only ever saw them as animals about on par with insects. We believe Tezcatlipoca granted them knowledge, weapons, and jaguar masks, educated him to become the new mankind. 62 dinos survived, including head priest Bukub. That's right, I let the Okulimi in when you were all too afraid to do anything because of the Dinosaur King. Did Kukulkan protect us? She did not. Could the Dinosaur King protect you with that frail body of his? He could not. Those have no right to leave Mictlan, and the same goes for all of you. Look at all the monkey corpses amassed here. Do you understand what purpose they go to such an extreme? The Okulimi wish to prolong the life of this world in order to energize the sun. They challenged us dinos. They who had treated as inferior life forms and didn't even consider our competitors. They are the one who fights for the sake of saving Mictlan from its 5th extinction, who stop proper human history from pruning us. I have not committed any wrongdoings. Both a king without the will to fight, and a lot of you cowardly dinos are all dispensable. Head priest Bukub was charged for the crimes and imprisoned in chains. But the dinos did not hold any malice towards even the head priest. They betrayed both their king and their country. I didn't realize head priest Bukub was so dissatisfied. Still, he considered the Okulimi that dangerous, and yet he assisted him. He must have had his reasons. He mentioned flying in and ourselves was blasphemy towards the sun. I suppose it's no wonder he grew so mentally ill. It's a shame, but we just don't understand how the Petosaurus thinks. What was surprised that Okami were animals who lived within the jungles. We weren't actually proper human history creatures after all, but native to Mictlan. I know how they were before. They couldn't survive outside of groups and possessed no intelligence. Even taking Tezuka Pocket intervention into account, the amount they managed to develop in such a short amount of time was extraordinary. They have a survival instinct, we dinos do not. They have an objective, we dinos do not. We dinos have the right to survival strategy, but despite that, it seems we can't understand what they are thinking. Indeed, the dinos are a species who, despite being in possession of intellect, have not developed at all over these 66 million years. There are many mythologies where the sun is worshipped, but that is because it's something which transcends the imagination. Intelligent beings find meaning in all lives. Intelligence is power and try, and close the gaps with the all-inspiring. Because beings without intelligence don't possess this power, they can only ever evolve to adapt to their surroundings. Intelligent beings, on the other hand, will, without fail, achieve progress in different ways than just adaptive evolution. And yet, the dinos are exempt from this principle from the very beginning. That they possess high intelligence, their power, comparative, great capacity for empathy made them unable to discover the extraordinary. They have no need to intervention, exploration, or stories. They don't even have the need to give rise to civilization for the sake of the survival. These intelligent beings simply live their days blissfully in an ideal environment as created by Mala. But destruction of the environment is soon at hand. I now finally understand why Mala didn't create their paradise above ground. Mala intended to die out together with the demise of their son. Their will was to end lost history here in the subterranean world, without anyone ever knowing. No matter how complete a civilization may be been, this level could never have become a threat or rival to mankind. It is proven a what if, one of life's many possibilities. I like to believe that our recording of how their ending plays out would suffice as a parting gift we can offer. Signing Grand Cavalo. Indication of enemy detected within dinos, plot patterns, evaluated generations, however unrelated to extinction. Fantasy tree in the 9th layer. Activity resumed due to regrowth of bark, decreased in leakage of cosmic rays. Protection of fantasy tree. Assigned to highest priority, forbidding all entrance into the 9th layer. I see. I didn't mishear. That was the voice of the collective. I heard down in Mitch's Tilin. It's telling me to slaughter all of our guests from proper human history without exception, isn't it? Aw, Mal almost never changes course, so I wanted to think it's some kind of mistake. But oh well, not much to do about it. Guess I'll go kill them real quick then. It's just like squishing a few bugs anyway. Besides, I always was a heartless scout, wasn't I? That's pretty long. Here's his loss of words. Everyone, you can send they're feeling bad about things if you want, but we're in the middle of an operation here. It may seem heartless, but we don't have the time to mourn the dead right now. Isn't that right, Commander Gordov? Could you review our situation and pieces together a plan of action? You're right. We'll mourn after we finish everything. JP-rKyECtnz was attacked by the Okilimi and has fallen. The Dinosaur King is dead. The solar inerrancy, which controls the position of the sun, has been moved to Mexico City. Over 60 dinos survived. The Okilimi left the city in a state of almost complete destruction. And those Okilimi, they were not humans of this Lostbelt, nor were the soldiers of proper human history, prepared by Tzkalapoka. They were apes of Mictlan, ones that turned out to be extremely close to humans. The war between dinos and the Okalimi was not a battle between proper human history and Lostbelt. It was the struggle for survival in the natural world, the law of the jungle in Mictlan. The Okalimi are definitely savage, but they weren't inherently hostile to proper human history. While that's not entirely true, Izikali was certainly our enemy. But Izikali was probably. Forget that bloodthirsty maniac, our problem is here. We also suffered many losses from this battle. Koenska set out to defend Chichen Itza, but was defeated by Tzkalapoka. Yuki saved her, and she's now in sickbay with her tail between her legs. I have my own magical energy supply. I don't need a master. If the conditions are right, I'm completely unbeatable. Heh, she's delusional. But there's no Edgerline junkie Magus in Chaldea willing to provide magical energy to such a dangerous servant. I understand. Hope none of you were planning otherwise. What's more, we completely lost track of the Dinosaurus brothers who went out to repel the Okalimi surrounding the border. When they set out the border 7, left a message for both Yuki and Curelight. Don't worry, we'll turn it around during overtime, that is all. What's more, Ultra Ogomari showed up at the battle between Yuki and Tzkalapoka. She recovered her memories as Alien God and retreated from Chichen Itza. I fear this might have happened, but I can now say this conclusively. Any further cooperation where it seems unlikely. At the moment, our enemies in this Lostbelt are David and Tzkalapoka. But the Grand Order's greatest enemy is still the Alien God. I want you to keep that in mind. But that's right. Ultra Ogomari was the same Ogomari we both knew. Even if she got her memories back, if we could just talk to her. That is not Oga anymore, no matter how much it resembles Ogomari Emisphere. No, even if she's something that's mostly Ogomari Emisphere. That's an alien god, something carrying a stellar great Saint Graph. Do you have any idea how much energy the sun produces in 1 second? Roughly the same amount as mankind has used it entirely. That is something incredibly dangerous that must not be allowed to explode. You need to use both your heads for this. The same goes for you, Kadok. Keep an eye on Yuki and Curelight. He's right, Ultra Ogomari is something we have to deal with. But there's another problem. What do we do about Kukulkan? She's a Mictlan archetype, a representative of the exterior trio who created this Lostbelt. How did Tzkalapoka poke it? She'll eventually turn against you. I feel the same way. So far we haven't shown any hostile intentions or attacked the Mictlan. But that's about to change. We have to cut down the fantasy tree. And there's a character trying to awaken Ort and the Order destroy the world. Both parties are a danger to Mictlan, meaning from Kukulkan's point of view, anything that's not native to Mictlan is an enemy. And that's what led her to bombarding the storm border. We know Yuki had reached an accord with the dinos. So Kukulkan was our ally, but now it's no longer necessary for us to defend them. So the next Mictlan consequences will be that we have to go. Yet from a Mictlan point of view, killing D-Bit and Tzkalapoka was always first priority. We came next, but Kukulkan is really Mala's representative. Is she acting in accordance with Mala's will, or has she deviated from it? I see, then let's consider Kukulkan as our enemy. If we move skillfully, we can get to them, wear each other out, and gain from it. Let's summarize our situation. Based on this information, the command staff can now formulate a strategy. Yuki match Curelight and Kadok, simplest, will be given 2 hour break. Feel free to go get some fresh air or take a nap. We'll reconvene after those 2 hours, don't be late. Of course it's so dark. If we were in Chichen Itza, it would still be evening. So we ended up going outside, huh? Curelight Yuki, what are you gonna do? And look for anyone I know. Hey, is the talking part over? Wak-chan, it's so good to see you safe and sound. Do you know what happened to the Dinosaurus brothers and Tipu? I didn't see the brothers, but Tipu said he was heading back home. There are more dinos gathered in the shrine. The Dinosaurus brothers could be in there. Thank you, Wak-chan. You idiots, what if they're in the middle of morning? Wait, we're outside, so we go there. Damn it, there they go. Guess I have to go rings with them. Wait, buddy, I got something to ask of you. Where'd Olga go? Better yet, what's going on between her and you guys? I didn't get anything up from Tipu about it. Is it something I should keep my nose out of it? Alright, I'll tell you. I heard you kept the border safe when we were abducted. Consider this repayment. This would be a good opportunity for you to bring yourself around, Wek-chan. That woman your head heals over for. I can't find a dinosaur spreaders. It looks like every dino's in town here and that they're having a conference. Oh, if it isn't Yukimash, have you come to speak about proper human history again? That'd be wonderful. Come to the center of the circle. This time, please tell us about Central America. Why is nobody upset about this? Is happening that we should be angry about? Ah, that's right. Uka was in prison. We didn't want to do that to one of our own, but we referred to what proper human history used to do. What are the dinos gonna do now? You know the sun's gonna explode, right? What's more, all your friends in your city will be destroyed. And your city destruction was because of David, no, because of the knowledge of proper human history. Holding us responsible will be entirely justified, so why? Hey, what are you doing, Chitam? You're making Mash cry, that is not cool. Did you show her your messed up equation? Oh, that's not it, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring both of you so down, I see. The brain patterns that you're experiencing right now most likely corresponds to guilt. This is not the first time you worried about this. You asked if to harbor any hostility towards proper human history. We were delayed when you asked us that. It's proof you always had to pay special attention to the state of things in the Lostbelt, even while fighting them, and have never forgotten them. Yes, that's right, but it was hard on you, wasn't it? You linger on those painful memories, despite doing it 6 times over, right? It will be easier to forget them each time, but you don't. And thanks to that, the story exists in proper human history. Story exists because we don't want to forget things. Yes, that's the biggest difference between us and proper human history. We have no history, no stories. That is why we can accept extinction as daily routine. Because we don't record it as a bad thing. We really are carefree. I can see that now that I know how a Lostbelt works. Everyone could you. It might be somewhat rude to ask this, but is it not that Tipu was particularly special in his comparison but all the dinos? Has the same brain structure and level of intelligence. Yes, that is the case. There aren't any genius or special individuals among the dinos, or any individual difference either. What makes Tipu different from us is how he thinks, but how perception of things is affected by his physical makeup. One of the dinos understood when we heard you say that Mictlan was a Lostbelt, a fantasy. What's more, we were enthralled by your tales. At the same time, it felt desolate. I thought they were great. I wanted to try swimming in Atlantis. And that's why we need you guys to go to the next one, for a world where there's aquatic life. Kum probably couldn't handle being a plesiosaur, since he too is hot-headed. Can't you wait for an evolution with a long neck? Well, then it's time to go. You mean you're not going back to Chichen Itza, but into the Sea of Trees? Yes, with both the Solar University and the Dinosaur King gone, there's no reason for us to stay in Chichen Itza. For the sake of proper history, I wish you all the best. Please don't worry about us. No matter what, our race will die out here. The city was so full of life, and now it's... Yes. They worry about us instead of lamenting their own fate. They won't hate others, resent their environment, or hoard what happiness they have. It's such a wonderful thing, and yet, why does it make me feel so sad? Even if their extinction is inevitable, there has to be something we can do about it. Right on time. We will now commence the briefing for our final mission in South American Lostbelt. Nemo, Professor, and Shion, what's the status of the repairs on the starboarder? Aside from the engine, we finished the repairs on the interior. We're currently preparing to restart the Tritron engine. The countdown has begun. We also started on the hull damage caused by Kukulkan. We began reapplying the anti-spirit and anti-curse coating. It'll be about 10 hours until it's battle ready. We'll also need to use the engine to start to generate Spiritron torpedoes and charge the main battery. We expect it will take 20 hours for the ship to be combat ready. Oh, splendid. When we are almost split in half, I was shivering with fear, thinking how will we recover from this? But to think we able to pull off a complete restoration, thank goodness for Mictlan resources. Got something to report to you. The concentration of toxic gas filled Mictlan's 8th level are dropping rapidly. According to Trimagus 2, the 8th and 9th layers will return to normal atomic spirit composition in about 10 hours. It's planning to start our underworld pilgrimage. My name was right, the border can't move right now. If we fly off with no barriers, then Kukulkan will really chop us in half next time. Shit, that lousy crafter David is probably making his own preparations. If he gets to the bottom before the border is back up and running, he can wake up Ort. Therefore, we had no choice but to send the field team out in advance, as always we do. Master Yuki and Specialist Spearmint Meshkulate, along with Nizikris and Quenskai, and I don't know really want you to go technical advisor. You have two options. Plan A, Operation Assault David. Trap David on the 6th to 8th layers, then assault and neutralize them. You don't need to go all the way to the bottom to take care of the immediate threat. The objective is to prevent Ort's awakening. Plan B, Operation Cut Down the Fantasy Tree. We get to deepest level before David does, find a fantasy tree and destroy it. If Ort is a denizen of this household, then as long as that vanishes, it will go away too. Trimagus still calculates both of these plans having at 50% of succeeding. So then I'll ask you just for a reference, Master Yuki. Which one do you think sounds better? I want to brew honesty from you. Operation Assault David. Not either, both. We do them both at the same time. Both of them? There's no need to wring your hands over choosing just one. We'll split into two groups to attack David and perform the underworld pilgrimage. Even if we can't defeat David, we can still slow him down. Meanwhile, the Underworld team can use time to reach the bottom, cut down the fancy tree, and excise this Lostbelt. That's the plan with the greatest chance of success. That should be attacking David, have the Shadows Border and Quenskai on that team too. We need our best driver for that. We can engage David in the third Underworld. Even better if that driver has high level magic circuit in both quantity and quality. Oh, I never completed the Paris Dinker. I can still consider being an off-road expert. Who in the world could be both a better driver and have better magic circuits than me? I see. Right, you don't need to worry about a thing. You guys go take the Underworld pilgrimage. I haven't cleared the third Underworld, so I can't join that group anyway. Alright, we originally planned to send out the Shadow Border anyway. The advanced team will use the travel to 6th layer, the third Underworld. There the pilgrimage team will disembark and head for the deepest layer. The David assault party will remain in the third Underworld, lay their traps and operate out of the Shadow Border. However, it is not safe for the pilgrimage team to travel on foot. We'll need the cooperation of the dinos to get there. Apparently they abandoned Chichen Itza, but there may be some who stay behind. I'll have some marines search Chichen Itza for its porter. I also need to discuss what to do with Tipu. He was a well-intentioned collaborator from here. On this battle between Cody and Cryptor, that's a proper human history matter. It'd be cruel to drag him into it. What is your decision, Yuki? I'll go talk to him. I see, then I'll leave that to you. Tipu may act mature, but he's boundless curious. If we ask him for help, he jumped at the chance. On the other hand, if we don't, he probably resent us for the rest of his life. That's right, Tipu may be shy, but he got the guts. Go give him that shiny good kick. Ah yes, that weirdly friendly dinos. I don't really understand him, so you go take care of it. We'll make preparation for simulationist operations. This will be your last visit to Chichen Itza. We don't have much time, so make sure you enjoy it. Our the sun sing is us. Mictlan. Never mind, go join them. This is not for my report to the Divine Tezcatlipoca. From outside the city, women and children living in jungles have come in droves. They come to celebrate Mystical City victory, or not, I understand. The children went off to war. They waited, hoping they would come back alive. The love and care of a family, the very essence of humanity, no, it's more pure than that. Only a handful return alive. I must be an incompetent king to those who lost their mates. That Okulu, he was groomed as a royal guard for 6 months. He was resentful that he wasn't taken into battle because he's still young. Family loves family bonds. A love in nature from birth that requires no words to express. I never known something like that when I first opened my eyes. This was what I knew. The human form of proper human history. Manufacturer in Mictlan, the soul of a man raised to be king of the Okilimi. That's who I am. I have no family or friends. All I have is base impulse. Disappointment in those who did not follow me. Despair in what I had been given. And reactions to everything around me. My God told me to not forget these impulses. A human becomes a god by possessing a soul without a single point of hesitation. Great Tezcatlipoca, a god of proper history, who found the Okilimi. Created a mystical city in a single night and created me from the soil of Mictlan to serve as its king. I acted as Tezcatlipoca for 1 year, and by becoming worthy of his name, I became a god incarnate. It was a year without a doubt, a wonderful, glorious year. Our war extinguished mankind was to deny proper human history was righteous. And now JP-rKyECtnz has been destroyed, and the sun has been brought to Mexico City. The hegemony over Mictlan was theirs. It doesn't matter to me. Now comes a world where they will be called humanity. They will not be Okilimi. My 1-year trial as Tezcatlipoca has been cleared. Now I can finally remove my mask and abandon the name of my childhood. The moment I always dreamed of when I am granted the power to strike back against everything. So why have my thoughts become so muddled? Like an obsidian mirror that reflects only smoke. And so the sun moves from the Mayans to the Aztecs. At least it's following proper history script. Whoa. The conquering hero returns. Good work, Izakali. Is me back over there way dead? Yes, riddled with bullets, torn limbs from limbs, and his head shredded. The flesh has been diced and down and turned into fertilizer for Mictlan. I see, well done. Only Tezcatlipoca can kill Tezcatlipoca after all. Both you and me over there may have immortal bodies, but the weapons of fellow Tezcatlipoca is quite effective. The conditions were fair on both sides. The other me is probably wouldn't have complained anyway if he died after a good fight. When was it? Something not sitting right with you? Oh yeah, that the dinosaur was Tezcatlipoca too. That's right, I never told you. Hey, I had faith in you. I knew you'd be the one to come up on top. Gods are impartial. You wanted to destroy more than you wanted to win. If proper history is something unnecessary, then so is the Lostbelt. You get it, you don't leave anything behind when you exterminate them. Starting over from scratch is a huge task. Yes, you honor me with this divine proclamation, great Tezcatlipoca. Alright, time to get moving. It's a season of underworld plumage. I hope you're ready, Izakali. You're about to get everything you ever wanted. Underworld plumage to the bottom of Mictlan? Yeah, Chichinokonoyen, the 9th layer to the real holy city on the Lake of the Moon, not this slapdash one. To where it all began, Azten, where you were born. You mean I wasn't born in Mexico City? Yeah, if it wasn't for that city, I wouldn't have been able to summon you. That's right, you personally trained with some of the Okilimi. Do you want to bring them too? No, this is their long-awaited victory. Even Okilimi need time to get drunk to honest taste. For sure, you should enjoy what you can, even if it's all soon be gone. Now for the finishing touches, JP is waiting for us outside. Let's go pay your respects at Ort's coffin. So war comes even to peaceful Mictlan. All those who bear the names of mankind cannot escape their committed sins, no matter where they may be. Gathering wealth, sins, and forgiveness. Our alien god must be very disappointed. I know all about mankind's love of war from the video records. JP-rKyECtnz is inhabited now, but it was never built by the dinos to begin with. They never accumulated anything, never have, never will. Most certainly, how insightful of you. But in mankind of proper human history is different. Crafter and Chaldea, both sides will probably head for the deepest level. One aims to revive Ord, the other to erase it, along with the rest of the Lostbelt. Now what do we do? It should be obvious, the reason we chose this Lostbelt as our temporary base was to get our hands on a stronger Saint Graph. Ord belongs to me, I won't give it up to an ant like Powerless. A common breed like mankind. I concluded that Earthlings are wicked and have no issues with their elimination. I'm going to the deepest level. You stay here and keep an eye on Chaldea. If I fuse with Ord, they will no doubt flee with the ship. When they do, you know what to do, right? Chasing after them each and every time is a pain. I already had to do it twice. Of course, I already made preparations. Their lives will end when the Stormborder leaves his Mictlan. It'd be dangerous, but will you be our guide? Of course I will take you to pilgrimage with you. I'm super glad you asked me to do so. Thank you very much, Yuki. Why thank us? The Dinos have all left Chichen Itza, have they not? Whether Mictlan is destroyed by exploding in the sun, or if the world is destroyed by Ort. The Dinos accepted without complaint. You could call nobody irrationally. But I thought it might seem rather cold to you after fighting against such disaster for so long. Therefore I was resigned to the fact that you would not approach me for this. After all, the Dinos are humanity's Mictlan. We are fundamentally different beings from all of you. That's not the case, we may differ. Please wait at the border while I prepare for the journey. We can meet at the gate. I've never gone beyond the 10th layer. I very much look forward to this next adventure together. Ah yes, one more thing. I have a small favor to ask. There really is nobody left here, huh? Sure looks that way. Maybe the sun will never come back here. Or maybe it would just blow up instead. And here I thought I didn't inherit Quetzalcoatl god of pestilence side. By the way, aren't you being a little careless walking around alone at night? You're the master of Chaldea. From Mictlan's perspective, you're an unusual problem, but not one difficult to get rid of. I'm tired of this already, so how would you feel if I just killed you right here? You are not very good at turning heel. Huh, that's some dispassionate response. And I was coming up with all sorts of lines and rehearsing them on the way down here. Why didn't you protect Chichen Itza? Oh yeah, he did say something, huh? Kukulkan doesn't protect the dinos or whatever. That is true, the sun both nurtures and burns the world after all. When I was with you guys, did I ever go out on my way to protect the dinos? Nope, I didn't. I had a whole lot of fun. From the sky when Kamazat showed up and when this whole battle happened. Is this really that much fun for you? It is. That's a rude thing to ask. Say it again, and I'll crush you. I mean, the sun's gonna explode anyway, so it doesn't matter how many deaths there are. It's like it was conditions come to Mictlan, just like in proper human history. There's no need to get angry or sad, or to run away and deny it. After all, even though the dinos and Okalimi will die off, humanoid mankind will still be born into the world, right? No matter how it ends, life finds a way. Proper human history, you're proof of this. So, why don't you all just go home? Your ship's almost all fixed it. There's no reason for you to die off along with Mictlan, right? We're going to the bottom layer. I see, guess that's that then. I am Mictlan's arbitrator. Dinos or Okalimi, it's my duty to ensure that one goes extinct and choose by which means that happens. For that reason, the Lostbelt must survive. The character who aims to revive Ort, Chaldea, who aims to cut down the fancy tree, both of you are my enemies. I'll see you in Kalamamo. That's where we'll part ways. Hello, Miss Goomba. Oh, that's it? And that's that. We just finished the 16th chapter. The last 3 chapters we'll have to wait until it's released. Probably in the few days. It's almost finished the story. There's 3 chapters left. Sorry if I just finished now. Oh, I see. Real front. Phoenix Further. Nice, nice, nice. And I just finished up to chapter 16. 3 more chapters left for this Lostbelt. Medium for crew. True. Don't forget you can always trade your prisms. Your silver prisms. Just trade your rare prisms. I mean, like, pearl prisms. You can always use pearl prisms to get feathers as well. It works that way too. Cuckoo. Yeah, she's very strong. She's OP. She has a decent passive as well. And she has a targetable 50% battery. It's very nice. OP and cute. Okay. Well, sorry if I'm ending stream. But thanks for coming though. Bye bye.